welcome back to the vlog. Come over to Portugal.
Which says you hate me. Hello, Helena, how are you doing?
Apparently this person is pissed off for Koen. Alright, so I'm very excited to be able to come and meet these guys. Easy. Made in Italy. But to be honest, I reckon these are what I'm wearing all summer. Last day here in Portugal. We're going to go pick up the performance wear now. If we want to make this like the best apparel that we've ever made, I'm happy that we spent the time and energy.
Game to game, bro.
So we are finished.
We're finished.
Alright, so myself, George obviously behind the camera, and Koen have come over to Portugal, to Porto specifically. For many years we've been getting our apparel manufactured with various different people, and I think like the creme de la creme of like apparel manufacturers is in Portugal and specifically in Porto. So I'm very excited to be able to come and meet these guys. The quality of the samples I felt was just so much better than what we've previously had. I just can't wait to get into it and get into like the details and the GSM and different washes and all these different things that I've been learning from Koen recently. So I'm really excited to learn this. Koen's obviously the guy that knows everything. I'm just here for the fun.
Achieve what you want in terms of fade out.
So you're thinking this needs to be
Less.
darker?
Darker, yes.
Yeah. Like less saturation
less strong.
to it. Yeah. Okay.
Because obviously right now our fade out process is very intense, which is what, it's just stripping away a lot of the colour. Like the true colour you can actually see is almost like slightly in the seams. You can
like
see
here.
It's
like
darker.
If you pull it apart and in the ribbing you can see that that's actually the colour that it's been. But with this process of the stone washing and then you've got the enzyme, it's stripping all the colour out, which is probably what's leaving it with this kind of warmer, much lighter undertone.
And then on the inside, is this loop back?
This is loop back and brushed.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can have these for summer maybe and brushed. So the weight is the same, but the look is less heavy.
Yeah. Well,
That's
this is
what-
going to be much nicer for
Yeah.
summer, I think. And I just like the feel of this more. This is obviously it's like super soft, but it's also super warm. And this would be like a lot heavier.
Yes, exactly.
I like them.
Yeah.
And I really like this colour. This
Yeah.
is like both of these colours. I'm a big fan of this.
Roll it back on the shoulders, At the back, you can see some gappage,
Are you saying that there's like too much here?
Yeah, when you take look at the back roller.
We need to take some rib from.
2.5.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
But they
Feels nice.
can improve this, taking a little bit.
That could go up 5 centimeters.
Do you think the
But now they are
is
already
this
cutting.
the same size, or is this
Probably say that's about right.
For all the sizes?
the logo placement? Is this like the same size as what we're probably going to go with?
But it does fit now because people are naturally going to let this roll up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
We are trying the crew neck and it seems quite long, so they might adjust the length, okay?
I will cut only with approvals of the model. Okay.
Okay.
So
you can.
So we can adjust these, and we need to fit comments on these.
Yeah, and I feel like this needs to be a
Let's
bit
see.
narrower because it's like wrapping round.
But if it goes up, because here is wider.
Yeah, Koen, what do you think of this? So if that went up a bit like that,
Yeah. And
does it need to come? It probably needs to come a little bit narrower here.
Seems a bit to the arm, too much.
Too much round, like too much in the armpit.
I would say go in 1.5 centimeters, I can't lie. So if we give this feedback to Helena, when can we see another PPS? Because we wouldn't want to sign off the bulk with now all of these changes. The hoodie?
I will speak with her, and if she has a kept sample, she can maybe, because the rib it's easy to cut and make it higher. And the sleeve, I think she can do something about it. Let me see.
Which says she hate me. Does she hate me?
We can change, but she's not happy. Not happy because she cut it, and now every girl will cut if we say remove 3 centimeters. Needs to be done one by one, and can be, but it's possible.
Hi.
Hola, Helena. How are you doing? So what I think I'm going to do to make your life easier is
please do.
I think we're going to, you know, right now this is scaled to a small. So what I'm thinking right now is every change we're trying to make bar the ribbing is just basically trying to make this hoodie smaller. So as opposed to doing that and making your life hell, I just want this small to be the measurements for a medium, and I just want to scale everything that way, if possible.
I have production cut.
That's fine. We're just gonna have to shift the size chart and deal with it, because I think.
But you will end up with the size
Yeah, we're gonna basically
small.
Yeah.
With no pieces.
So we're going through the different sizes of the hoodies. We've done the crew neck, we've done the trackies, and now we're going on to the hoodies. The one that George is wearing currently right now, which is the CMOS one, we want it to be a different size. So we're currently chatting to one of the manufacturers over here, because we want to take the ribbing, so basically the bit that goes around the waistband here, to make that a bit tighter, but we also want to take a little bit off the body, but then that would mean that it would be a fix for something that actually we just want to shift all the sizes. But then if we shift the sizes, that means everything goes up one, so all the quantities that we've ordered, for example, let's say we ordered 100 mediums, then we'd have 100 larges. Problem is, we've been stung in the past by ordering too many double XLs, and now if we have all the XLs, would then become double XLs and the quantity's too big and we wouldn't have any extra smalls. So Koen is just trying to figure that out at the moment. I don't know if Portuguese just sounds angry or they're actually angry, but apparently this person is a bit pissed off with Koen.
Position? You happy with that position on the shoulders?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
That looks fine to me.
I'm just gonna write all these comments down.
You can see now the measurements here.
And what print is it? This is just like a...
No, that was just one print to go on it.
So what you're saying, you take like one off?
And it only feels a tiny bit snug on my ankle, like it's not really feeling at all. Like,
Yeah, I think that's better.
what, 3? Or where the way your finger's under it now, that's like 2 then. So what are you thinking, 2 or 3? 3's with Rosa and you.
That's 3 now.
3 front and 3 the back, so it's 6 in total.
I've got a very thin
Is this pocket too small?
waist. I can't feel it.
Does that feel alright?
Seems tight here.
It needs to open
Needs to be
A bit
bigger.
wider.
Yeah.
to each side.
So that one is done, the jogging is done, this one is done, just the shorts.
You're a little bit more...
Oh yeah, I think we said a centimetre or 2.
Yeah. I've got pictures of it.
We say down 2 centimeters, so down to like there.
Yeah, I reckon so. Because I've got them...
Call there a medium.
That's like on my hips there. We're vlogging it. Welcome back to the vlog. Day 2 in Portugal now. We've got me on this camera, you on this camera, and then Koen on this camera over here. Right, this is multimedia right here. So this is Rosa.
Good morning.
Rosa, this is our vlog. See you on YouTube. So Rosa is one of Koen's friends that's been helping us out with our apparel since we've been moving over to Portugal. There's nothing you don't know about apparel there. You know everything, you know all the people, you know all the right contacts. Yeah, we're late, so we'll probably get moving. We can do this afterwards.
Where are we going with?
To the original, the OG town of Portugal. This is where, did you say this is where the original king settled and then decided to set up shop in Portugal? First king was born.
It's honestly a historical, beautiful town. I love the fact that all of the manufacturing and the textiles are still based here. In the surrounding area. This is where the best product is made.
So, first location. So this is one of the manufacturers that makes the jerseys. So like the cotton for the hoodies, the trackies, the shorts, the crew necks, that kind of stuff. So Koen had a call with her yesterday and we had to make some like kind of last minute adjustments, and I don't think she's particularly happy with him. So we've come here this morning and I feel like there's going to be a bit of conflict, but I think kiss on each cheek, maybe a nice coffee between us, and I think we'll smooth things over. Which meant that I think she's had to rearrange her schedule today with like the factory and the manufacturing process, so she's not particularly happy, but we're going to smooth things over and it'll be all good.
Last week you couldn't make miracles happen.
No,
She's a saint.
No, I'm not. I depend on a lot of people, so I also have good suppliers, which tend to be a little supportive. So
Okay,
You
amazing.
already cut on the round neck.
yes, we are doing the rectifications on the round neck
Amazing.
Okay.
to see today.
all the edits we made yesterday, Shorty's already matched it. So we've already got everything patterned and on schedule. Normally that'll take 2 weeks. She's done it overnight, so we're going to be able to still stay on track and document everything. Now we're just going to hem the trousers and shorts. What a time to be alive, man.
But we've just got some changes to make to the crew necks. The hoodie's pretty much there. And then make these trackies into shorts. This guy's a miracle worker.
As you already know, Helena, these two are approved for bulk already. So arguably the harder colours we've done straight away. Yeah, which one out of these ones are you preferring then? Because again, I think looking at this top-down fade-out again, I really like this colour here, but I think with the fade-out already, it's going to have the same issue again. So whatever we're controlling with the short, we just need to copy and paste it onto this one. Okay. I think with the sand, you want it to teeter more on the cooler side than you do the warmer side, surely. Because it would just sell more. I feel like the cooler colours are just slightly more wearable. No, but I still thought it would still be good to get it.
Ready?
You select all the yarns, the Madeira ones that you select. They work with selected colors, and then they prepare the digital film to input on the machine, and we make the rectifications needed too.
How long would something like that take to do the whole logo like that?
You will see.
Okay.
You will count the
Fast?
time. For example, not that fast. 35 minutes.
For this? And you can do 12 at a time?
Yes.
And then you've got to get through
Again.
a few hundred. It's a long time, yeah. So this one is probably a little bit too thick. It's like the logo but in bold.
Yeah.
So I think this could probably come down a little bit, same on this one. But I think the color is much more accurate to what we want than this one.
Right.
But the actual thickness of it is probably a little bit. Yeah, it's like our existing font, but in bold. It's just like a little bit too thick for what we actually want.
So reduce 1 millimeter more.
Yeah.
In terms of the last sample.
Yes, yeah.
But the colour's correct in this one.
Yeah, I like this. Is a really nice blue.
This is actually even nicer than our one we had.
Yeah, because this is such like a rich blue.
It's nicer.
So I've just pulled up some of the previous ones here. So what we're saying is that this one is like, we've reduced it by a millimeter, like the thickness of how the embroidery is happening, but it's like, it's so minor. And if you look at the difference between this and this, you can see the thickness here, because where these two are kind of joined together and these two are slightly separated, that's when you can see it's so minor, the difference between the two, but it's noticeable when you see it across the whole thing.
Koen, Paulo. So basically, what did not have any heightness, now it does. And the reason why it has like that fluffy feather is this goes to a machine with a metal teeth that pulls.
So these have just been printed on the printing machine over here. We've literally just watched it. They were just plain black, and then they went through the screen printing. They line it up with a laser, so it's perfectly in the right spot every single time. And then they go over, they do a couple of like layers with the ink to begin with, and then it goes under a heater. Then it gets heated, it goes all the way around, comes around, they do another layer. They did 3 layers on this one, and then it's completely flat. And then what they do is they put it through this machine here, which is basically like a giant pizza oven, 165 degrees in here. It comes through on this conveyor belt here, and then that's what makes it get that like puff effect. There's a chemical reaction with the stuff that's in the ink, and then with the heat, and it creates this layer where you get that nice textured finish on top of that.
that in the computer are the ones they are cutting right here.
Yes.
So basically it's a following pattern with several pieces, several sizes. It's cut over here and then it's paired. It's separated with labels, identifying the model, the size and the quantities per batch.
Move your arm like you did.
A little bit, a little tight.
It's still tight.
Yeah.
So we made those amendments yesterday, neckline spot on, length spot on, the way it now sits and falls just on the hip line, perfect. But I think we took too much in on the wrong side of the pit. We almost like took in excess fabric from the pit and tapered it up from the sleeve, but we really should have taken excess fabric off the top of the shoulder because that's where it's puckering. So if you see now, with what I'm about to show you, George is wearing the new sample. So it sits beautifully, ignore all the logo placements, we're going to change those. But you can see neckline clean as well, but you can see now the arm, raise your arm. We've just like kind of completely restricted the range of motion because we've taken out way too much from the underneath of the armpit and the body.
But
and it's now left this.
There's too much here and up here. If anyone remembers these, where you got like the crop body and the sleeves were way too big. So we're just trying to make it not look like that.
So now we're just making some amendments to another one. The seamstress just run upstairs, so we're going to see the difference in both the shoulders. The thing is, what you do when you do this is you really appreciate how many people actually go into making one garment. Do you know what I mean?
So we're working out the size of these puff prints here. So the artwork we've given is 35.5, Koen, is that correct? Yeah. However, these are coming out at 37.5. So there's a 2 centimeter difference, and the difference that looks like on the back of a top. I'll show you an example. The problem with that is it starts to like wrap around the body, and that's too big. So this artwork needs to go further up, and then obviously it will be on a slightly wider bit of the body as well, so it will be able to be wider, but this is still too wide. It just sits. It just like sits and falls quite nicely. Whereas this one like sits and like billows out.
Yeah.
This is much nicer this side.
Let's do the rectification on this one.
Everything.
5 centimeters
Final.
and close here in the hip area.
That'll be the finished one, even though it's a bit Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's a Frankenstein.
Okay.
Yeah. One of one.
One of many.
One of many, literally.
I reckon this is what I'm wearing all summer. I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
All summer. Day 2 finished out here in Portugal. It was actually incredible to see all of the apparel being made, sewn together, printed on, that kind of stuff. I've never seen this stuff before. I've only ever seen it through like Koen's stories or anything like that. Koen's been out here quite a few times, and it was amazing to meet the people that he's been speaking to create this apparel. Like, so much more goes into it than I ever thought. It's not just you just pick something off the shelf. It's like all the finer details. We went to the embroidery. That was crazy to see. They have like 12 huge machines that are just going. I think it was something like 20,030 stitches that went into a single Run Club hoodie with this logo, with that embroidery on the front. See the guy behind the scenes, he was actually like making the art file with the logo that we sent him to make sure that all the stitches were in exactly the same place. That was incredible. And then last but not least, we've been here again to see the guys actually putting the garments together. So like sewing the bits, cutting them with lasers. We actually made these ones today. So these this morning were a pair of trackies. These actually were meant to be shorts, so we've made these ones. This is actually my favorite color. I'm so buzzing to bring this one out because this is like a lilac, a violet color with the puff print on the side here. These drawstrings, these are actually not going to say this color, these will be tonal, so they'll be matching the same color as the item, but I've tried these on, and honestly, these are my summer fit. Really excited to bring these out. Some of the colors we've gone for are a little bit different. They're more muted. You'll see them obviously by this point with the teal, like the sea moss kind of color that we've got coming out, a sand, a charcoal. It's colors we've not done before, and we probably wouldn't have been able to do them with as much confidence anyway as we can do them here because these guys, we trust them. If we want to make this like the best apparel that we've ever made, I'm happy that we spent the time and energy, especially Koen, because he's particularly knackered today. Game to game though. But we're back at the hotel. and I think if we were by ourselves, probably wouldn't go on this run, but collectively, I think we're just going to peer pressure each other to go this run, so we'll get it done. Friday, last day here in Portugal, we're going to go see the people that do our performance wear now and do some of our, is it just our performance wear that we're seeing today?
No, they're also doing all our t-shirts as well, our new t-shirts, the 140 GSM, the organic ones.
Yeah, so the t-shirts that we've currently got are a slightly heavier cotton, and going into summer and actually wanting people to run in these and the cut-offs and be able to exercise in them. This is probably a bit too heavy, so we're going for a lighter cotton and we're going to go see them now. We've already seen some samples, so I'm excited to see the final versions of these, but yeah, right, we'll see you there. One thing that we've never done before is we've never done this, we call it always on apparel. It basically means that there'll be some of our favourite bits of apparel available on the website, and we've got to the point now where, you know, we have the clubhouses available at London and Hackney, and people come in on a regular basis and buy stuff. We get DMs on the regular just being like, oh, I missed out on the drop, can I get something? So what we're doing is we're actually going to have a selection of some of our favourite products, and that's going to be the performance wear to begin with. So it's going to be the singlet, it's going to be the t-shirt, it's going to be the long sleeve and the half tights, and obviously the socks because they're already up there. And this is going to be available on the website in some of the classic colours. So we're going to go black, white and then pink. So we're actually going to go pick this stuff up now and have a look at the finer ones. So this is all going to be the elevated stuff that we've made in Portugal. So I'm really excited to see this stuff.
Well, I think I'm a brother's girlfriend.
Yeah.
James.
That's universal.
Yeah, I know. Oh, this is a lot of fabrics.
The rest of our palette here.
From the pile.
This is it, yeah, from the pile that was up there.
Because everything else is already being cutted.
Yeah. So that's our pink.
We're just taking some pictures, some real nice pictures, just of, where was it, on the bottom here somewhere, on one of these bits where it said made in Italy. So just here, made in Italy. So this is our pink performance fabric, this is our white performance fabric, and this is our black. All made in Italy, but then manufactured in Portugal.
Yeah.
Like the colour?
Better now. Yeah. Decent. Everything's
And
good.
on the back? So this is hot off the press, one of the first ones. It's 140 GSM? 140 GSM.
100% organic cotton.
100% organic cotton, literally made in the room next door here. I did have that white t-shirt on from the previous stuff, but I thought when in Rome, might as well put on the nice stuff. But yeah, print on the front here, perfect placement, and then on the back as well with the running club.
And that's our new sea moss colour.
Trying to get close to the sea moss colour. So this will match one of the hoodies that we've got coming as well.
The most beautiful thing about this is like even all this fabric is all milled 20 kilometers down the road. So everything from the cotton pick to where it's made, all localized production. Just selecting more fabrics for the rest of the year, just trying to now start being really proactive and yeah, just sampling all this because it takes so long to come from the Italian factories, like what, 4-6 weeks minimum, and then we've got to perforate it and then we've got to print it. So we're working like 12 weeks out right now, 12 to 16 weeks
That's
out.
light grey as well actually.
Yeah. 079, the light grey.
79,
I think I've done.
light grey.
Okay, so you've got black, white, pink, green, sand and grey coming, and then we can look at stuff for the future stuff.
Yeah.
What if we wanted to do like a limited edition colour for like some marathons or something like that?
Can't lie, no, we ran into it, Brad. We should have this done 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But life is life.
This is just figuring out the colour. We've got the design, it's now just figuring out the colour because we're going to go on this colour top, but we don't want to do the same colour. Although this goes really well, it needs to be something different, otherwise the whole collection looks too similar.
More or less. Yeah. Not more.
So these are the three colours we've got currently: black, white, pink. Let us know which one your favourite is, but also let us know what colours you want us to make. Because we've obviously made these ones. We've got 3 other colours in the pipeline. I won't give it away what it is, but let us know in the comments what colours we should make and what colour printing we should do as well.
So those are the basic fabrics we have.
The more lighter one is this one that normally we use more for linings.
Yes.
Then this is another fabric that we use a lot for example, tennis, golf, and also in terms of end feel is a little more near to cotton.
Yes, it does. It's really nice this one. But I think because we're coming into summer, I'll use the top
To make a
one.
difference in the
Exactly, to make a difference in the weight.
shorts.
Yeah.
I think can be interesting. You know.
Okay, amazing. So there's so many I'm trying to work out. So where are the 3 that we've already selected?
Yeah.
So we are finished.
We're finished.
Finished in Portugal. I was out there just taking some flat lays.
So he's proud of himself.
Yeah. The problem is, I probably spent like at least 2 hours out there taking all these flat lays, and George came out, took like 6 photos. I looked at them and they're already better than mine. So now we're going to the airport. Koen had a really good meeting with somebody about the women's wear, because we've had a lot of feedback that we do some women's wear, and we have done some more stuff in the past, but it's a tricky one because I don't think it's as easy as just doing like a t-shirt and a hoodie. Like, I think you have to be so specific with the materials and the fit of shorts and leggings and crop tops and sports bras. So Koen has basically started that today. How was that meeting with the guy that you had, Koen?
No, honestly, it's quite amazing. Like, he was just really well educated, and just the fabrics he was showing us. They're also from the same factory that we now use all of our perforated nylon and elastane blends. So it's just getting that continuity with like the quality. He called those the Ferrari of performance fibers and fabrics. So we just want to translate that across women's wear. But as you said, like, none of us are women. Like, this is going to be a lot of trial and error, testing a lot of this on women, getting their feedback. But no, it's definitely something that's challenging, but it's exciting.
Oh, do you know one thing? I spent 2 hours handling the singlets, the long sleeves, the t-shirts. I like them even more now after I've just been like constantly just like moving around. The touch, the feel of them is elite. So